have your mats and we're ready to do a little yoga practice, let's just stand nice and tall. So stand tall on your mats and we're going to lift onto our toes and back onto our heels. Wiggle your piggies. So we really want to set a nice firm foundation for ourselves on our mats. In life. All right, so let's go ahead and just align our ankles, knees, and hips. Have a neutral spine with a slight tilt to your pelvis. Draw the navel in, sternum up, shoulders down. Let's just press our feet to the floor as we energetically move the energy up through our legs, pulling the kneecaps up. We're going to engage 3 bandhas, so energetic locks. So one's at the pelvic floor. It's not quite as intense as a Kegel, but you're going to lift in that engagement. Then you're going to draw the navel back towards the spine and lift up towards the sternum. You're going to draw the chin in as you reach your crown up and just feel yourself elongating, lengthening. Close your eyes. Take a big inhale through your nose and a big exhale through your mouth. And just feel yourself on your mat. Just drawing our attention into the present moment through our breathing. So maybe do a couple more rounds of in through your nose and out through your mouth. Maybe place your hands onto your abdominals and feel your belly expanding and contracting on each breath. Take your hands to your ribs and feel the ribs expanding. Feel connected to the body through your breathing. Drawing that awareness as the observer with no judgment. And then come to nostril breathing. Breathing in through our nose and out through our nose. Allowing our exhale to come a little longer than our inhale. As you breathe, feel the belly expand, feel the lungs fill up. They'll move from side to side. The lungs will, your belly will lift. And just expel all the air out. Allow that breath to come a little longer on the exhale than you did on the inhale. And then bring your hands at prayer heart center. We must connect to our purpose. There's a reason we showed up here on our mats today. So connect to that purpose without judgment, with compassion and love. We're all here together, no matter where we are in the world. The one time historically that we are all truly experiencing the same thing in life. Truly connecting into that oneness as we are in that vibration of uncertainty with this virus. May our practice bring a sense of peace and calmness and unity. So as you come to your mat, open with your hearts to receive what your practice has to offer. Let's just set an intention. We must always be intentional in what we do. And allow that intention to empower you through your practice today as we go ahead and begin with humility and respect. Lift the arms all the way up. And length through the spine, exhale, fold. Lift up halfway, lengthen the tailbone. Exhale, fold. Step it back into kneeling. And again, I'm here to facilitate for you, but I can't see you, so you must listen to your body and honor where you're able to work. Shoulders and wrists line up, knees and hips line up. Roll the pelvis under, chin to chest, around the body, and then release. Exhale as you round, inhale as you release. And just flow one breath, one movement. One breath, one movement. Breathing in and breathing out. Just a couple more. And your last one, round it. And then press into your right hand, kickstand your left leg out, and come kneeling side plank. Reach that top arm up over your head, find length of your side body. Then rotate underneath, reach all the way through, and then open up. Overhead, underneath, then open up. Reach overhead, then underneath, then open up. Reach overhead, then rotate underneath, open up, overhead, underneath, open, overhead, underneath, open, hold. Bring it back center and kickstand out to the other side. Press in, shoulder and wrist line up, knee and hip line up. Reach your arm high to the sky. you want to see me better, here we go. And then take that arm overhead, find that length, and then rotate underneath and open up. Reach overhead, lengthen that side body, and then rotate underneath and open up. Overhead, underneath, open up, overhead, underneath, and open, overhead, underneath, and open, overhead, underneath, and open. Two more, overhead, underneath, and open, overhead, underneath, open, hold. And then bring yourself back center onto your mat. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. Pedal your heels, shake your head. Find that placing into your down dog, just feeling yourself. Just grip with your fingertips, press in, tailbones high. If you can't get your heels down, it's okay. Draw the navel in. If you can press your heels to the floor, that's fantastic. If not, just do your best. If you need a bend in your knees, those heels up, you can. Just want to make sure your head's relaxed. If you're here with bent knees, heels up, just press in a little deeper into those arms, let the tailbone a little higher. If your legs are straight, just press in a little deeper into the balls of your feet. As you, everyone zips those toes towards your knees towards your hips towards your ribs. Drawing the navel in and just breathing. Then roll it out to plank pose. And we're going to a couple times go back and forth. From plank to down dog. Plank to down dog. When you roll out to plank pose, make sure your shoulders and wrists are in alignment. Your gaze goes over the top edge of your mat. Moving back and forth. Warming up those shoulders. Make sure when you drop out into plank that you don't sway into your back. So you're lifting in and out. If you need to at any time, you can always drop to your knees with a long spine and then press it back. Listen to your body. One more. And then bring it all the way out. Elbows to shoulder and rotate your shoulders all the way down, lay on your tummy. Cover your hands. Hold and breathe. And you're just going to lower and lift. And lower and lift. Engage the back. Warm it up. Press your feet to the floor. Zip through your thighs. Even that baby toe, if you can, press it down. And 4, and 3, and 2. Last one, hold. Then reach those palms back. Rotate them in, and then press those arms together. Lift the chest a little higher, press those feet down. And 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Press hold, and then lift your legs. And then release all the way down, and lift. Release, and lift. Release, and lift. Release, and lift. Release, and lift. Release. Several more. Breathe. 4, 3, 2. Your last one, lift up, hold, 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 hold. And then release, press those hands down, press back, child's pose. Sit deep in your child's pose, reach those arms long, reach your crown to the mat. And settle here in your child's pose, just rest in it. So the arms extended, forehead to the mat. Bring your hands prayer and place it at the nape of your neck. So your hands are at prayer at the nape of your neck. This is a resemblance that we were in a state of surrender and grace. As our thoughts, our emotions, we can be very emotional in this time, in space of what we're currently experiencing. Or we can allow our minds to wander into that virus of fear. We just want to be mindful. So as our hands are here, with that emotion from our guts and our heart, as we get all entangled in that, it sends messages up to the central cortex of our neck, into the brain. So, creating our thoughts and our actions. So as our hands are in prayer, it's just a mindful way of redirecting, finding peace as we stay in that state of surrender by finding faith. As we redirect those negative thoughts to be empowered through our practice. So go ahead and reach those arms right back up. Lift your tailbone, curl the toes, find downward facing dog. Shake your head, and then walk your hands back. Lift up halfway, lengthen the spine, exhale, fold. Heel toe your feet apart. Take opposite hand to opposite elbow. You want to hang in ragdoll, so bend in those knees and just sway side to side. Let's find that movement. Keep breathing. And then hold to center. Release the hands, heel toe those feet back together. Drop into your chair pose, and then lift up the torso. Sit deep, and little pulses and feel fire in your thighs. Engage your back, squeeze into it. Elbows come in towards your side, and then reach and pull. Igniting that fire, keep the chest upright. Feel the fire in your thighs, make sure your knees don't jet over your toes. You're pushing your booty back. So that extension back, really push back, not pivoting those knees forward. So none of this, it's this. Engage these muscles right here. Bunching up my mat. All right, 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, sit deep and hold. And then reach up nice and tall and then have a seat. Find length. Sit deep, reach tall. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel the heart rate elevating. As the heart rate elevates, it releases a chemical. It's like a drug. It's a happy drug. We want some more of that, especially in this day and age. We have to stay connected to that joy within. Our yoga practice, a beautiful gift to us, as we hold on to these little encasements around our soul. Our soul was designed to be unconditional joy, the state of bliss. To break down these barriers around our soul, become liberated, to stay joyful no matter what we go through. And elevating that heart rate is one of the ways we can do that. So we allow those feel-good endorphins to be released. Keep breathing, keep sitting. And 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. And your last one, I want you to sit nice and deep, and I want you to take your left hand around your right wrist, lengthen through your side body, exhale over. Keep hips aligned, gaze up through your armpit. And then lift up, press the other right hand to your left, and then hinge over, gaze up. And then reach it up. You're gonna take fists. You're gonna place them into your back. So you're gonna have soft knees, shoulder blades down and back. And you're gonna shift your hips forward. And then take your gaze without pinching the nerves in your neck. Just press it forward and round. You slowly can drop your neck back as you get further back. If you're able to walk your hands down, you can walk your hands down and release yourself all the way back. Be safe where you are. And then slowly bring yourself back up. Then heel toe your feet together. Find some movement. Maybe shake it out. And then bring your hands prayer to heart center. Toward the back edge of our mat, take a big inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands out, plank pose. Elbows rotate in. Chaturanga slowly roll upward, facing dog, our first upward dog. Then in a push-up. Downward, facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Lift into those heels, gaze between your hands, and little pulses in your thighs. So over here, we're pulsing, those heels are up, tailbones up. Grip with your fingers. They become like little suction cups. So that center pocket of your hand pops up off your mat. As a knife edge of your palm kisses the floor, your fingertips press in. You press with the thumb and the pinky and that middle finger, and then the index and the ring, and then pulse down. Hold it. You're going to take either a big step or a big hop to the top of your mat. Lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Come right back to that chair. Squat deep where we were in the back of our mats. Lift your chest. Sit deep, little pulses. Open up, squeeze. Press in. One more time. This time get more dynamic in that movement. Feel the energy moving through the body. Smile. Even when we don't feel like smiling, we gotta fake it till we make it, right? We're gonna get through this. So 8 more, 7 more, 6 more, 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and your last gonna sit deep. Hold, and then take those arms and reach them up. Roll the pelvis under and sit deep. And again, make sure those knees aren't jetting over, booty is back, but then lift your heels. Woo! If you fall over, it's okay. Balance and hold, shoulder blades down. Sit another inch deeper. Breathe in, breathe out. If you want to try to close your eyes, that brings a whole nother sensation to your practice. Hang in there. Maybe drop another inch. Hang in there. Bring those hands back to heart center. Take a breath. Heels down, take a big inhale, lift. Let's exhale, fold. Squat deep, gaze forward, step back downward, facing dog. Bring it out to plank. Chaturanga, elbows, shoulders lined up. Roll upward, facing dog. If you need that on your knees, you can. Or pop up off those knees, really press into the mat. And then add a push-up if you choose. Back to down dog. Take a breath. Then lift the heels, squat into your thighs, gaze between your hands, grip with those fingers, take a big step or hop to the top. Lift tall, find chair. Lift tall, find your fold. Squat deep, gaze forward, step back, downward dog. Bring it out to plank, and you can drop to your knees if you're fully extended, or you can drop to your knees, elbows in, chaturanga, upward dog, kneeling, up off those knees, round into your back. Shoulders and wrists are in alignment. And that push-up, if you choose, back to downward dog. Hold it, breathe through it. Then lift the heels, gaze between your hands, squat deep in those thighs, take a big step or hop to the top. Lift tall, find your chair. Lift tall, find your fold. Squat deep, gaze forward, step it back, downward dog. Bring it out to plank, chaturanga, upward, facing dog. Push up, downward, facing dog. Hold and breathe. Take your right foot, kick it up. You're gonna bend in that knee, stack in your hip, flex in your foot. And just allow that hip to open as you pull that knee up a little higher and press it back. Press that foot back towards the back wall wherever you are. And then bring that leg through, drop to your back knee, press those hips forward. Anjaneyasana as you press in, deepen in, breathe in and out. Then reach your arms, reach tall, reach high. Keep that smile. Unlock this feel good feels. Find your joy. And then bring that hand down. Kickstand that back leg back and just little pulses in your front thigh. Feel the lengthening happening as we strengthen. It's all about finding that unity. And then hold. Now as that back leg is extended, lift the front torso. Reach those arms up and sit deep. So nice and deep in your lunge. Back heel is up. If you need to modify, you can always stay on that back knee. Always, that knee is always an option. Again, shoulders are down. Keeping those bandhas engaged. Pressing in. Making sure your front knee does not go over your toe. Take a breath. And hands come prayer. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. Rotate, revolve. You find that knee if you need to. And then bring it center. You're going to walk yourself to a center straddle. and move side to side. To Skandasana, side to side. Open up that space in your hips and your inner thighs. And then hold, lift up halfway. Take the left hand down, right hand reaches up. Navel to spine, shoulders are stacked. Make sure your sacrum stays centered. So you can rotate those shoulders and get a little deeper in that revolution. But what you don't want to do is like have this leg bent or be sassy in your hips. You really want to keep it centered and lift through the tailbone so shoulders are stacked. Reach that arm up. And then release it, walk right back to the top of your mat. Take this top right leg, kick it high to the sky. You're gonna pull it into our heart center 3 times, plank pose. Then right back downward dog, kick it up, 3-legged. Then pull it in, plank pose, chin to chest, knee in, and kick it up. One more, pull it in, kick it up. And then a little salutation to Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog. Push up, down dog. On that on the left side, kick it up. Left leg, bend in that knee, stack in the hip, flex in your foot, lift the knee higher, open it up, press into your mat with your hands, elongate the spine. As that knee lifts, your hips stack, press back to that back wall, hold and breathe. Then bring it center, bring it through, drop to your back knee, press your hips forward. Make sure your front knee and ankles stay in alignment as you press in, then lift the torso. Reach the arms, press into that hip socket as you lengthen that back leg on that back knee. Shoulders are down. It's very easy to find that tensity, so we just relax, settle in, breathe. Then place those hands down, kicks in that back leg, and just little pulses. Building more depth, building that strength and length together. 4, 3, 2, sit deep, hold, and then you can lift the torso. Deepen that crescent lunge, shoulder blades down. Breathe in, breathe out. Heel, back heels up. Again, if you need to modify, find the back knee. Again, you can sit right on that knee and maintain your practice. Again, I'm here to facilitate. You gotta listen to your body. Honor where your body's able to work with compassion. And then bring hands to prayer. We're gonna rotate opposite elbow to opposite knee. Shoulders are stacked, gaze is up. Again, if you need that back knee, find it. Breathe. Where we find resistance. It's not just physical, it can be mental, as well as emotional. Breathe through that resistance. Find that window of opportunity to release it. And then slowly release, walking those hands, and then coming around, pivoting, center, moving Skandasana side to side. Open up that space as you breathe in and out through the movement. And then hold it center, lift the tailbone, lift the torso. Right hand down this time, left arm swoops up. Again, roll that pelvis high. Sacrum is centered. Both legs are straight, toes are forward in this direction. So shoulders stacked, gaze is up. Draw the navel in. Reach that left arm high to the sky. And then slowly release it. Walk yourself around. Lunge deep into that left leg and then kick it high, 3-legged dog. We're gonna pull that knee into our heart center 3 times, chin to chest, and then kick it up. And then pull it in, knee into knees, and then kick it up. One more, pull it in, then kick it up, and then Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog. Push up, down dog. Check in, do a little reset with yourself. If you need child's pose, you can find it at any time. Shake your head. Take a breath, honor yourself in this moment. If you're in child's pose, come back to downward facing dog. Then we're gonna lift our heels, gaze between our hands, squat into our thighs, take a big step or hop to the top. Big inhale, lift, find your chair. Stay right here in your chair. And this time in our chair, we're gonna come revolved. So it's gonna be our left elbow to our right thigh, shoulder stack, gaze up. Knees stay centered. So what we don't want to find is sass. So you don't want your knees, one, pivoting out, jetting out. You don't want sass in that hip. You want to stay centered in your hip, knees stay even, torso revolves. Bring that elbow to the opposite knee, shoulder stack, gaze up. So stay right here, begin to lift the left leg up behind you. I know, right? If you fall over, it's okay. Flex into that foot, bend into that back knee. Lift, lift, lift as high as you can and straighten it out behind you. Lunge it. Revolve it. Nice and deep. Now you revolve. This is for fun. Please fall over. So it's designed to do. So we get out of our heads and not think so seriously. We have fun. So if you can get, just an option. Your forearm to your knee, your other back forearm to your hip. So you want to hip to hip. You're just building a shelf. It's easy once you know that you're just building that shelf to get over and balance and get up. If you're like, what the heck is she making me do? All you have to do is stay right here, back revolve. And if you are balancing and falling over, I love it. You can also come here, balance, and fall over onto your head for assistance and lift those legs. Good job. It's exactly what you want to do. And then wherever you are, bring it back center. Again, come right back into that straddle. Move side to side. Still falling over there? And then hold it center, lift up halfway. And then exhale, completely fold, hands to ankles, gaze through your legs, tailbone up. And then release it, walk right back to the top edge of your mat. Place those hands down, take that right leg, kick it right back high. This time 3 times out wide towards your shoulder or your elbow. And kick it up. If you need to come onto that left knee to assist while you're doing this, you can. Kick it up. One more. Kick it up. And then chaturanga, upward facing dog. Push up, down dog. On the left side, kick it up. Stack that hip. Bring it all, oh, I'm sorry, we're not stacking that hip, we're placing that foot down. You're gonna squat nice and deep, grab in that mat, and then hop to the top. Forgot we started at the top of our mats. Have a seat. All right, this time right elbow, left leg. Revolve, hands prayer, shoulder stack, gaze up. Again, don't let your knees sass out as we rock in those hips. Keep your hips centered, knees even, rotate, revolve, shoulder stack, gaze up. Press in, deep and down. You'll find one side you're better on than the other. This side is my challenging side. So my right elbow is to my left thigh. So my right leg is going to begin to step back and lift up and balance. Again, bend in that knee, flex in that foot. Lift as high as you can. Find your distri, that focal point to help you stay centered, and then slowly extend that leg behind you and come right back to that revolved crescent lunge. Keep those shoulders stacked. If you fell over, hey, it's all good. Now, you can choose to stay here. You can get a little deeper in that revolution. Forearm and hip. You can come back over and just build that shelf and hinge over. Balance. Fall over. Fall to your crown if you need, on side of your head if you need to for assistance to balance. You can lift up, you can hold, you can bring yourself back whenever you're ready. You're laughing at yourself. Perfect. Can't take ourselves so seriously or life. And then slowly unravel, come right back center, move side to side. Lift up, lengthen the tailbone, exhale, fold. Gaze between your legs, hands to your ankles, lifting that tailbone. Get a little deeper. And then release it, walk your hands back to the front of your mat. Left leg's gonna kick high. You're gonna put 3 times out wide to your shoulder or your elbow, and then kick it up. And then again, out wide. kick it up. And your last one, out wide, kick it up. And a little chaturanga, upward facing dog. Push up, down dog. Check in again with yourself. Make sure you're doing all right. You're going to widen your feet to the back edges of your mat. Walk your hands back. Sit deep into that chair. Gaze forward. Little pulses in your thighs. Little pulses. Fingers down. Feel tribal. So moving that energy. As we lift our chest, keep that pulse in those thighs. Hands prayer. Sit deep. Now we're going to practice little walks to the top of our mat. So just hold nice and deep right here. So deep into our crow, you can slowly work your way a little deeper. Hands come down, knees come out wide. And just shift yourself forward. Gaze is forward. Shift yourself forward. You can shift. You can lift one foot, step it. Lift the other foot, step it. If you're able to do your crow, we're going to slowly walk ourselves all the way up. Press in. When we're here, we're engaging those bandhas I talked about in the beginning of class. It's that internal lift. You're squeezing these arms, these thighs against those arms, engaging the psoas within, lifting up, gaze forward, one foot comes up, lift, lift, press in, and then slowly walk. If you're able to get into your full crow, get into your crow, lift, walk those feet, walk those hands, lift, feet, walk, lift, feet, walk, and just walk all the way up. For either toe tapping or in your crow, nice and low. If you're in your crow and you want to shoot back, you can do a chaturanga. If you're here, then to slowly lift up, step back, downward facing dog. You can stay here or you can go through a little chaturanga, up dog. Push up, down dog. Tailbones high, lift the heels, gaze between your hands, squat into your thighs, take a big step or hop to the top. Big inhale, lift. Find your chair, lift. Find your fold. Squat deep, gaze forward, step it back, downward dog. Bring it out to plank, chaturanga, up dog. Push up, down dog. Take your right leg, kick it up, stack that hip. Bring it through for warrior one. Ankles line up. Press into that front leg. So we want to imagine we have a clock around us. So 12 o'clock's our big toe on our right foot. Left leg presses out, the knife edge of your foot kisses the floor, and that big toe is about 11:30 on a clock. We want to rotate those hips forward, deepen in, shoulders down, arms are up. Breathe. We press into it, hold it. You got this. Close your eyes and surrender to the moment. Just be the observer, without judgment. Notice how you're feeling. Notice any sensations, any resistances to thought. Just let go. Just a little deeper. Center your hips, rotate, warrior two. Expand through that heart center as you're open. When we're here, we want to make sure that our hips are centered. So we're not like this, our hips centered. So instead of doing this, pull this hip centered, lunge deeper into that leg. Walk that foot further forward if you need to. As you get deep, you don't want to make your knee to go over your toe. Back leg is long, front leg is strong. Working in unity, center yourself and breathe. Hold. Palms are down. We're drawing our attention within.
Sure feel. Sure feel.
Rotate that palm up. Reach up and over. Deepen into it. Gaze up to that armpit. So what we don't want to do is straighten that leg as we're here. Stay deep into that lunge and lengthen over to your best. Don't put pressure on your knee. And then slowly come side angle. Shoulder stack, gaze is up. Knee and ankle stay in alignment. It can be a big movement, it can be a small movement. Bring your hands all the way down, shoulder stack, gaze is up. So we're hinging over here. Be mindful. If you want to elongate a little more, bring that top arm over. You can hug yourself. Lots of love. Lots of compassion these days. Stay deep. And as we're here, cartwheel ourselves down. Rotate around, reach up. And you're gonna take this top leg and you're gonna step back to the side. Your mat side plank. So in the beginning, we reached over our heads and rotated underneath. We're gonna do the same thing. Reach up overhead, rotate underneath. Open up, overhead, underneath. Open up, overhead, underneath. If you still need to modify on that knee, please keep your knee down. If you can stay fully extended, stay extended. Several more here. And your last one, open up, hold. Bring it center. And chaturanga, upward facing dog. Push up, down dog. Let's repeat that on the left side. Left leg kick, stack your hip. Bring it through for warrior one. Back heel down, lift the torso, deepen in. Again, you gotta check in with yourself. I'm not there to help you, so just be mindful where you are in your practice. Left leg forward, knee and ankle are in alignment, toes are forward. 12 o'clock on a big clock. About 1:30, your big toe on his back leg, knife edge of your foot kisses the floor, ankles line up, press in. Again, those hips are not turned out this way, your torso is not here, you're rotating, facing forward. Breathe. Take a big inhale through your nose and a big exhale through your mouth. Just settle in a little deeper. Maybe close your eyes and feel the essence of your practice. Listen to what it's speaking to you. Feeling peace, feeling tranquility, feeling harmony. Letting go what no longer serves us. So we're brimming with the energy of joy. Open up, warrior two. Center yourself. And again, centering those hips. As we're here, no sauce, center them, and deepen down. Arms line up, palms are down, representing that we're drawing our attention within. Not looking to the external around us. It's mayhem at this moment. The medium induces fear. We just need to hold present within, standing in faith with that unconditional, unspeakable joy that resides in our soul. That is our gift. Sink a little deeper. Breathe in and breathe out. And then go ahead and take that back hand down, front hand up, and lunge a little deeper as you slide that hand down. Hands over. Just don't put any pressure on your knee, please. I'm going to keep you safe and protected. Gaze up to that armpit, lunge a little deeper. Feel that amazing work. Hold in there. And then come side angle. So your hand can rest on your thigh. Hands all the way up. You can slide that hand down on the inside of that thigh. Arm is up. You can reach that arm overhead, find length through your side body. Deepen into it. You can take that bottom hand, hug yourself if you want. All options. This is a place for everyone in your practice. Beginning here to the advance, and then rotate. Back that back heel up, rotate, revolve, back that shoulder high. Then you're gonna take that left heel, you're gonna lift it. You're really gonna press into this right hand. You're gonna take that toe and then place it into side plank as you lift that leg. Reach the arm overhead, then rotate underneath. Again, if you need to kneel, you can. Reach overhead, rotate underneath, then open up, overhead, underneath, open up, overhead, underneath, and open, overhead, underneath. Two more, overhead, underneath. Last one, overhead, underneath. Open up. Then bring it center, chaturanga, upward, facing dog. Push up, down dog. Breathe, 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 breathe. Shake your head. If you need child's pose, find it. Take a break. Honor your practice. Honor where you are in it. This is all about your journey on your mat of self-discovery, finding unity, find clarity in our mind. Gaining strength. Letting go of resilience. Be resilient, letting go of resistance. And then roll back out to plank. And then chaturanga, upward facing dog. Push up a little extra right there. And then everyone drop to your knees. Child's pose and take a little reset. And again, when we're here, we want to place our palms into the back of our neck, nape of our neck. Notice, check in how you felt in the beginning of practice, where your mind was, to where you are now. I know my practice is not an easy practice, and it's intentional that way. Because life is not easy. I mean, look at what we're going through right now. A pandemic. There hasn't been one like this for 100 years. And it's okay. We'll get through it. We have to clear the mind of fear, worry, doubt. Come to that peaceful place within, having faith that we will thrive through it all for better. So breathe in. Because our true power is our joy. That is ours. No one can take it away from us. It resides within us, right? The seat of our soul. As our practice allows us to energetically move the body, working physically from the outside, we work inside. We break free from the barriers, the encasements around our soul, so we can shine from within to shine out. So it's working outward to inward, then inward, manifest out. All right, enough of that little break. Bring those arms nice and long. Roll it out, curl the toes, downward dog. Lift the heels, gaze between your hands. Grip with those fingers, squat deep in your thighs, take a big step or hop. Big inhale, lift. Have a seat, lift. Find your fold. Squat deep, gaze forward, step it back, downward dog. Bring it out to plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog. We got one more little segment. Hang in there. Push up, down dog. This time we're gonna start on the left. Just to work that brain a little bit. Kick that leg, stack that hip, lift that knee, bring it through for warrior one. This time we're gonna be pivoting around to the back of our mat. Lunge nice and deep into that warrior one. A little deeper than you had before. Then you're gonna straighten that leg. Push those arms back. You want airplane. So both legs back, heels down, both legs are straight. Pull that chest forward. We're gonna jet it out into warrior three. So reach those arms, expand the body. As you make the letter T with your body, make sure the standing toes stay facing forward. They do not turn side to side to compensate for balance. We wanna earn the balance inward, place it outward. So our physical body manifested, we can bring more balance within. And then bring your hands hard, step it back, pivot around to the back, crescent lunge. Nice and deep. Find your footing, reach those arms. Sit deep. Just listen to my cueing. I know you can't see me. Breathe. Same thing we just did in our airplane. We're going to pull into pyramid. So you're going to place those hands down to your mat. You're going to straighten that front leg, step up with that back leg and make your stance shorter. So the ankles are in alignment. Those back toes are slightly turned out from the front heel as you work as if you're balancing on a tightrope. And you want to work on balancing. You want to push your tailbone back. Press into that front foot. Walk those arms forward. So as we're here, walk those arms forward. Both legs are straight. Forehead towards your knee the best you can. If you need this knee bent, you can have it bent. Just do your personal best. You can begin to lift the front toes off the mat if you want and press in. Get a little deeper. If you want, you can walk those hands back. We're going to bend in that back leg now. Front toe lifts. You can just lift that front leg if you can. Those knees are side by side. Lift, squeeze, hold, then place it down. Walk those fingers forward. Get deep into that lunge. Now you're here in lunge. So again, we're going to play around. So your hands come down in front of you. This knee, you want to turn around for a minute, watch me. Your right knee is going to hug like we did in our crow when we were walking. It's going to hug like in a crow in this version, but you're going to come down onto your head. and just lift that leg. Balance. Right here's all you gotta do. This is your inversion. Forearm, knee, other leg's long. If you want to try to work that leg up as you're pressing in, you can bring yourself up into a funky armed inversion. One knee down in the tripod, other leg up. If you're afraid, you can keep that toe on your mat. Your head is upside down, and that knee is in, and it's okay, right here. If you need this knee to modify, down on, you can. You're still upside down. It's about getting that blood circulated to the brain, clearing the mind, letting go of all of our BS we hold on to so we can find the bliss. If you have a leg up, go ahead and bring it down. Bring that foot that was back on that knee, walk it all the way out and roll yourself upward, facing dog. Push up, downward, facing dog. Left leg kicks. Hang in there, bring it through, come to your center, straddle. Turn your toes out, drop your pelvis down. Little pulses, you're gonna open up and lift up into goddess. Sit deep, reach the arms. Breathe in, breathe out. Pulse. Feel that fire igniting. So we open in, maybe shifts in those hips, maybe rock a little bit. So as you're here, you can be rocking it, open it, then sit. Then lift your heels. Palms are up now. We're in the receiving mode. When we were down here, we're in, just kind of letting go of everything that we've taken in from all that we're experiencing right now. But now we're going to receive the blessings. So our mind shift is shifted. We're in our joy. Receive the bounty of blessings in that joy. Sit a little deeper. Hold, hold, hold. Breathe in, breathe out. You got this. Stay in that space. Then lift prayer hands overhead. Bring those prayer hands to your heart center. Pivot back around, warrior one, to the front of your mat. And then bring those hands down. Take that right leg, kick it high. This time you're gonna crisscross, opposite knee. Drop that hip, bring it center, kick it up. Bring it through, crisscross, drop the hip, and then kick it up. One more. Crisscross, drop that hip, kick it up, and then chaturanga, upward, facing dog. Push up, down dog. We started on the left, we're gonna do that on the right. Last segment, kick it, knee high, hang in there, and bring it through warrior one. Lift it up. Reach the arms, sit deeper. Ankles are in alignment. You got this, girl. You got this, everybody. We're in here together. We're doing this. Life is challenging. Our practice is going to be challenging. It's going to get us to push out of our comfort zone, to overcome, to laugh at ourselves, to not take life so serious, to heal. As we manifest an outward energetic motion, it internally allows us to heal ourselves. And then we manifest that within and we can shine it out, finding our joy. Our bliss. Body ignites. So straighten that leg. Airplane. Press it back. Crown is forward. Both legs are straight as possible. Press the tailbone back. Navel to spine. Really reach and lengthen. Then we're going to lunge into that front leg. Reach those arms overhead. Find warrior three. Make a letter T with your body again. Ears and elbows side by side, elongate. The standing toes stay facing forward. That standing leg has a slight bend in it. If you can execute with a straight leg, that's great too. And then bring your hands to prayer. Step it back, pivot around to the back. You crescent lunge. The back heel comes up, arms come up. Deepen in. So when you're here in your crescent, so another thing you want to make sure you're not doing is sagging your hip into your thigh, crunching it down. You want to pull yourself back and stay centered as that knee and ankle line up. Reach up, deepen in. And then we're going to lift it. We're going to straighten our legs. Hands come down. That back foot is going to slide up. And we're just going to step that footprint up. Fingers walk forward, navel's in, forehead towards your knee. Press in. It's like you're on a tightrope. So those ankles are in alignment. This slight toes in the back slightly turns out to the side. So you press in with those fingers, forehead towards your knee. Again, if you need to modify, have a bend in your knee. Can't get all the way to the floor. Just listen to your body. Honor where you are. Then slowly, if you want, you can lift that heel. Then you can also walk your hands back. You can bend in that back leg, lift that, and lift the front leg. Balance, hold, and then place it down. Now, those hands are going to walk on the inside. This left knee is going to hug onto the tripod stand of our left arm. Your crown is going to come down. So again, you can come right here and hold. Press into your inversion. You can lift that toe on the left leg, the right toe stays down. You can press into those hands, engaging the powerhouse, the hips, the back, the core, the glutes to execute that leg up. You can hold right there. Stay in that stance. You can just modify wherever needed. The head's upside down. And then wherever you are, you can place the left foot down, the right leg down, press it back, step it back, and then chaturanga, upward facing dog. Push up, downward facing dog. Right leg kicks, bring it through, walk to a center straddle, then turn those toes out for goddess pose. Pulse into those thighs, lift the torso, keep pulsing. And as you're here, open up that space a little deeper. It's our last one. Hang in there. Maybe rock side to side. Again, finding that movement, then settle in. Reach the arms, expand to that heart center, palms are up. Lift the heels. Breathe. So we want peace, let's bring peace fingers. Drawing our thumb on top of our pinkies and placing that up energetically. Breathing in and breathing out, sit another inch down. As heels are up, just an option, you don't have to have the heels up. Listen to your body where you are. Draw the shoulders down, draw the navel in, engaging the bodies at the pelvic floor, the navel, the chin. Smile. Breathe, you're almost there. And 4, 3, 2. Let's arms, prayer, hands overhead. Pull it to the heart center and lift up, nice and tall. And then pivot around, hands come down. Take that right leg now, kick it up. Pull, oh wait, I'm sorry, your left leg. It's your left leg. I was on the other side, so I moved my body. Left leg kicks. Then pivot around, then kick it up. Then pivot opposite knee, opposite elbow, kick it up. And then pivot, drop it, and then kick it up. And then bring it out. Woo! Last chaturanga. Hallelujah. Push it back. Down dog. So in this down dog, we're gonna hop to the top of our mat. And when you do, you want to have a seat on your bottom. So just lift your heels, gaze through, take a big step, or hop, and have a seat. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Shake the legs, reach the arms, flex in those heels, hinge over, touch your toes. Against your personal best, if you need to have that micro bend in those legs, you can. It's really about pressing those hips back, pulling that chest forward, and lengthening and deepening. You can straighten them out. You want to take a big inhale, lengthen, exhale, deepen. Feeling invigorated, feeling restored and renewed from our practice. Allowing those feel-good endorphins to just flow through every cell of our being. Feeling happy, feeling free to choose your state of mind. Free from the bondages of fear, worry, and doubt. With non-resistance, knowing we are resilient and will overcome anything that comes our way. And joy is our power. All right, lift up tall. Let's butterfly our feet. So bring our feet together, let them kiss. Pull the knees out wide. Pull your chest through. Sit up tall, take a big inhale, then exhale, fold. You can do your best. If your knees are up here, it's okay. Gotta start somewhere. And then as we're here, we're gonna take this right leg, place it down. Left leg underneath. Take this right leg, now wrap it around that foot. So it's crisscrossed. Left leg came under, right leg came on top, right by your knee. Kind of like a pretzel. We're gonna take this arm and hug it, and we're gonna rotate around, shoulders stack. That arm that's hugging, your right, it's your left arm, right leg. Take that left arm on the outside. of that knee. And press, get a little deeper in your revolution. If you're capable of binding here, you can take, it's a great stretch to your shoulder. You can take your hand underneath, and there you go. If you want to take your back hand, you can come around and clasp your fingers. Or just walk around as if you're grabbing your back hip. And I'll turn around here so you can see. As I'm here, all just options for you. That's a great stretch for our shoulders as well as the revolution. So as we're here, ideally we're going to hold here for a little bit because we're wringing out our internal organs, our gut. So it's really important, especially during this time, that we keep a healthy gut, microbes within our core, within our gut. Our tummy needs the flora to stay healthy. And so right now, as we wring out that digestive system, we're pushing out impurities. So breathe. It's like a dirty dish rag. We don't want anything in there that we do not need. So breathe. Right now, it's real important that you breathe. Many different variations here. As you're hugging that knee, that forearm on the outside of your knee. You can wrap your hand through. You can clasp those hands to bind. One more big breath. And then unravel it. And then you're just going to unravel those legs and then flip the left leg on top. The right leg comes underneath. Just sit tall like that little pretzel figuration. Take that right arm, hug your knee. Rotate and get a little deeper. Just revolve. Let's get a little deeper. Walk that hand back. Then if you want to take that right arm on the outside of that left leg, you can. Take your gaze behind you as you revolve a little deeper. Again, option, place your hand through your thigh. So if you can't get all the way through it, the shoulder's going to rotate, the arm comes down. You can just clasp that thigh if you want. You can walk your hand through. This back hand just wraps around and clasps the other hand. So you're holding hands with yourself. Can't wait till the day when we're all out of this and we can hold hands and hug one another. Until then, I'm glad we can have this opportunity to meet here. So breathe. Again, be intentional. Again, I said you gotta be intentional in all we do. So be mindful right here of what's happening. As we're internally wringing out our body to push out any impurities, we gotta be intentional with our breathing and with our thoughts, visualizing those impurities coming out of the body, feeling whole and healthy. One more big breath. And then unravel it. And then bring yourself out. We're going to lay all the way down. So push your hands at your knees and just roll down one vertebrae at a time and lay all the way down into your mat. As you're here, extend your legs. Find your Shavasana. Arms come out to your side. Legs can fall where they may. We're going to feel ourselves melting into our mat. From our heels to our calves, our knees and our thighs, our buttocks and our hips, our torso, our spinal column, and our chest meet all the way to the mat, our shoulders, our arms, and our head. Feel completely relaxed as you breathe in and out, allowing the breath to come slow and deep. We got fired up in our practice today, invigorated, embracing challenges, overcoming them, laughing, restoring and healing, letting go what no longer serves us, to break free from the bondages, enlightened into our bliss body. Feel that really manifesting into every cell of your being. Again, being intentional. And then when you're ready, wiggle your fingers and toes. And then roll yourself to the fetal position on the right side of your body. And hug yourself with love and gratitude. You came, you showed up, you persevered. And then slowly lift yourself up seated. Into lotus pose. Shoulder blades down and back. Palms are up. Hearts are full. Feel yourself expanding. Together, we will get through this. Together we will rise, because we can. We will thrive together. As we bring our hands to heart center, find the unity in all of this, that we come together as a global family, united with love and with joy and peace. I wish you a blessed day. Stay hopeful, stay happy, and healthy. Namaste. Peace out.